Okay.
Yo, top of the afternoon, y'all. How is everybody doing? How's everybody kicking it, right? Source experience. Yo, it's much too nice to be cooped up in the crib. So I said, yo, let me just, you know, come in the backyard and just give y'all a little bit of content real quick, right? Y'all thought Devin Haney was signed off to fight um Ryan Garcia, man. I'm gonna play something. But I thought he was um signed off to fight Ryan Garcia again, man. So why was Bill talking to Ness about wanting to fight Teofimo Lopez, man? Why, man? That's why I say boxing, they don't ever talk about people clout chasing and publicity stuff. The real people that do it, man. You know, the real people that do it. That's the bad part, yo. That's the bad part. Cause it's like if you're signed off to fight, or and look, maybe they not, but didn't they get the bag with Turkey already? They had an agreement or arrangement where um I'm not gonna pull it up. I could pull it up, but I'm not gonna do all that for y'all, man. I'll let the heads that get into all that do all that. But wasn't he on the platform and he said the offer that he got from Turkey was, whatever it was, right? These are shit that's out there, man, right? But now, all of a sudden, he wants to fight Tio because Turkey wants to see Tio and Boots in his fight. And then you have industry players like Timothy Bradley speaking on that, right? But my whole thing is this: why would Bill go on the boxing voice? And I'm gonna pull that up. Why would he go on the boxing voice and say that they want to fight? That they want to fight. They want to fight. What's the name? Teofimo Lopez. When you already got the Ryan Garcia fight, right? Does that make any sense, man? Does that make any sense? You supposed to be fighting Ryan, right? But I don't know. The goofies and everybody. Maybe y'all could figure that out, man. Maybe y'all could figure that out. But to me, that shit was just. I was like, yo, and I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up on the boxing voice real quick, so y'all can see what I'm speaking on, right? So that we could better have understanding. And shout out to the boxing voice, Ness, right? I think Ness kind of took a stand, right? This is courtesy of the boxing voice. Man, it is beautiful out here. That's why I said I refuse to be cooped up in the crib, man. I did want to jump on and do this real quick, but I was like, yo, I'm not gonna sit in the crib. The breeze is beautiful out here, and I was like, I'm not gonna sit in the crib. Well, let's go to here it is right here. Bet. Can y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Make sure y'all see that first before I proceed with the proceed, I want to make sure y'all see it. Y'all got the proper visuals. I haven't even checked, man. All right. Let me make sure y'all seeing the visuals first. I don't wanna drop this heat. All right, yeah, y'all see it good. So this is it right here, man. We're gonna bring it back.
Devin Haney, the next biggest name.
Really?
For
you think the Devin fight is bigger than the T.O. Boots fight?
Absolutely.
There's an element of fear for T.O. by moving up. Public is going to perceive it as almost a given knockout for Boots because T.O. is moving up.
No. You one just like the WBC tournament. He moves the other direction. He keeps moving the goalposts as if the check is not coming from Turkey himself, and the Saudi money is not a problem, right? So now he acts like, you're looking for Boots. Man, knock it off. You know why you're looking for Boots, because you're running from Devin Haney. So you think putting Boots' name out there, you think putting Crawford's name out there, you think that's going to...
Now, let me stop it. But Bill, man, you guys, maybe, you know what it is? Maybe that I noticed that the spotlight is the new crack. The spotlight is the new fentanyl and all the new drugs, right? Because you just spoke about the Ryan Garcia rematch. But now, I guess because Tiafimo, with all his shenanigans and everything, first you seen Keyshawn Davis wanting Turkey to line that up, but Turkey wants to see him and Boots fight. Then Timothy Bradley weighed in on that. Maybe that's why. I don't know, man. But I'm like, Ness, shout out to Ness. I don't think that's a big fight, man. I don't think it's bigger than the Boots fight. Because the Boots fight is him going up to a new weight class, challenging now a unified champion. 2 belts plus the ring. Whereas Devin and T.O. Ben should have mixed it up at 35 or 40. Like, everybody has an opinion. But I thought that Devin and Ryan Garcia had a situation. Because like I said, he was on the platform. I could pull it up, but the type of wave that I'm on now, I feel like if certain content creators or other media personalities don't fuck with me, why should I even play their video and do a reaction to it? That's where I'm at with it now, man. But the video was out there. He did an interview and he spoke about the offer that he got from Turkey, right? The money that he received, or for the agreement that they got with Ryan. But now all of a sudden you want to fight Tia. I don't know. To each his own, man. But how y'all feel about that, man? Please watch this on the replay or the remix and let it be known, man. How y'all feel, man? Feel free to comment too, man. Another thing I want to get to real quick over here, right?
Bill, why are you lying to the people? You know that shit was a snooze fest. I understand that's your boy. You gotta back your boy, but you know damn well that shit was a snooze fest. Y'all killed the momentum of your own fight with Ryan Garcia. Now you're trying to chase after Teofimo Lopez. This is nasty, Bill. It's disgusting. Y'all called out Barrios and Thurman. Y'all dropped the ball with that when it came to Ryan Garcia. Then you go into the Jose Ramirez fight. You dropped the ball once again with that performance, and now you call it for Teofimo Lopez. At the end of the day, man, y'all just gotta step up and fight and entertain the crowd, man. Y'all can't keep doing what y'all doing,
Did Gary Antoine...
Now that was I'm gonna stop it. That was a caller. That was a caller. Now, Bill controls a lot of the YouTube narratives, right? So, they're not gonna really speak on what that caller said, but he was kind of spot on. That's why I wanted to play that. with some of the shenanigans or you know, the smoke screens, I like to call that, Bill has been pulling, right? But he was spot on. But let's let Bill respond, and then I'll do my breakdown.
Russell, did you just call for Devin? Did you just tell us that we should stop by DC? Are we somebody or nobody?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, my ass. Are we somebody or nobody? Because you just said that we need to stop by there and see your man, WBA champion. See, that's the one thing that's wrong with you tap dancing ass niggas. Niggas like you. Niggas like you is the worst shit ever in the world for boxing and life.
Bill, why are you lying?
All right. Now I gotta say this, Bill. To me, you a tap dancing ass nigga yourself, brother. That dude was valid what he said about you. But since he pointed out a lot of facts, he had to be a tap dancing ass nigga. You a tap dancing ass nigga. Because what he actually said was true. You called out all of these guys that he said, and I'm gonna let it play again. So who's really the tap dancing ass nigga, him or you?
To the people, you know that shit was a snooze fest. I understand that's your boy. You gotta back your boy, but you know damn well that shit was a snooze fest. Y'all killed the momentum of your own fight with Ryan Garcia. Now you're trying to chase after Teofimo Lopez. This is nasty, Bill. It's disgusting. Y'all called out Barrios and Thurman. Y'all dropped the ball with that when it came to Ryan Garcia. Then you go into the Jose Ramirez fight. You dropped the ball once again with that performance, and now you call it for Teofimo Lopez. At the end of the day, man, y'all just gotta step up and fight and entertain the crowd, man.
So let's stop it, man. He said that man was a tap dancing ass nigga, right? I don't think he was a tap dancing ass nigga. I think he pointed out some valid points about what you guys have been doing. The tap dancing ass niggas are the niggas that you employ on the YTC. The tap dancing ass niggas is the niggas that you got following behind you in Times Square. Those are the tap dancing ass niggas. He actually brought up some valid points, man. I'm saying, but you know, it's YouTube, man. YouTube is a bunch of, like I said, jealous ass fans, no motion having ass gatherings and jealous gatherings. But homie was spot on. And by him being spot on, he had to be a tap dancing ass nigga. But you had a couple tap dancing ass niggas you took out to dinner, in my opinion, man. But hey, what do I know, man? How is the content looking now, y'all? How is it looking now? Brownie, come over here, Brownie. Put my dog over here, man. Brownie, up. Good boy. See, we in the backyard, man. You know, got my house. Hey, Daffy. Hey, mamas. You know, bring my dogs out, man. Yo, how is the content looking, y'all? How is the content looking now, man? Do us both a favor and don't compare us, man. By no means, don't compare us, man. Too many of you content creators, y'all work for free. Y'all will sell your soul. Then you can't get it back. You don't know if you want to be media. You don't know what you want to be, man. You got to pick a lane, right? Pick a lane and jump in it, man. Pick a lane and jump in. But how's the content looking, man? Like I said, I'm not gonna stay on that long. I seen that, man. I was watching, you know. I'm in the backyard kicking it, right? Enjoying this Sunday. And I just like, yo, man. Cause that caller right there, he was spot on. It's like, damn, I thought you was fighting Ryan Garcia. Why are you worried about Tio now, man? And furthermore, didn't you get the turkey took care of you already? Remember, Dev was over there with the guy, man, the cigar talk. And he said, man, the offer. Yeah, we went in there and negotiate and we got on. So you got a situation. But I get it though, man. See, Tio is hot right now with all the racist shit. And then, like I said, the Boots in this fight, if he's able to fight Boots, and then you got Timothy Bradley, shout out to Desert, right? Saying that, you know, Tio can knock off Boots because of the experience and all of that. So now that is gaining traction. And I did my assessment on that. I think that's just Timothy putting into play. You know, those are camera dunking guys, and you know, all those guys have like a connection. It's something similar to. Matter of fact, I got another video I want to play. Oh, I got one more. I got one more before I get up out of here. I seen Gabe Rosado. Let me find that video real quick. Right? We just giving y'all a different look, man. You know, I'm on my land, my property and shit, man. So, you know, I didn't feel like being cooped up in the cave. Well, I don't have a cave. I have an office. But, you know, some niggas just be cooped up in rooms and closets and shit, man. I said, yo, I'll come in my backyard, you know. But yeah, let me get to this Gabe Rosado. I think that was on the Zone, right? I want to break that down real quick, too. Because I wanted to see Gabe Rosado fight Edgar Berlanga. I think that would have been a Puerto Rican bang out, right? You would have had mother effing Philly versus Brooklyn, Puerto Rican clash, Boricua, right? I think that would have been epic. But you know, I'm gonna tell you why I don't think that fight is gonna happen or it didn't happen. Here it goes right here. Shout out to Gabe Rosado, solid stand-up dude. Make sure y'all seeing that. Malik, what up, man?
Oh, I saw he did an interview not so long ago. He called me a hater. It was like I'm not hating at all, man. You know what I'm saying? Get money, do your thing, man.
Yeah.
It was just I just thought
Get
that
money.
you know, rather than him fighting the guy he fought in this last one, that me and him could have ran it.
Let me stop it. I agree, Gabe. He fought a fellow Boricua. My man did like 10 years or something and came home. But I'm gonna tell you why I think you didn't get the fight, Gabe. You know why? Shout out to Keith Conley. You fought Danny Jacobs. And people said that you knocked off Danny Jacobs, but I forget the decision. Danny Jacobs was managed by Keith Conley. Edgar Berlanga is a money man for Keith Conley right now. I think, you know, I'm speaking on the motion side of boxing. I don't speak on the jealous fan zone side because, you know, these guys are, like I always say, they're in their own way. They don't, you know, they're jealous fans, right? But at the end of the day, boxing is a business. And I think that Keith Conley was definitely like, nah, I seen this before with, you know, Danny Jacobs. Because, like I said, I think you and Edgar's a good fight. He's Puerto Rican. You know, y'all going to bring out the Boricuas. But I just think you're a dangerous, what's the boxing terminology for those of y'all that know it? High risk, low reward. Because if you watch Edgar at these press conferences, he wants to fight who? Canelo, the Charlos, Caleb Plant. If he would have got in there with you instead of the guy that he knocked out in the first round, and you would have, you know, mixed it up with him, and he wouldn't have looked like, you know, the chosen one, he wouldn't be in these conversations. But let's let you finish what you were saying.
He's pricing himself out pretty much. That's not how it works, bro. You know what I'm saying? The event was so big because it was Canelo. Canelo could fight Joe Schmo, and it's gonna sell out and it's gonna do numbers. You know what I'm saying? If you really was that star that you thought you was, then the fight in Orlando why wasn't it sold out? Why was it in a little ballroom and it still wasn't sold out?
Man, he was spitting some venom. Great point. Great point. And I told somebody Edgar's head is like this. Maybe that might bring it back down now. That was a valid point, Gabe. Valid point. Why didn't the ballroom sell out? We fought in a ballroom and it did not sell out. Great point, Gabe. See, Gabe, I can tell you, you know, you've been doing podcasting, but you are a vet in the game. So you know how to kick certain boxing knowledge that the typical, like I call them jealous fans, don't even understand. They won't understand what you was just saying. Because these are some of the same fans that sit online and tell you that Devin Haney was going to give Shakur Stevenson $8 million. These are the same fans that'll sit online and say, Eddie just talked about Shakur. If he was over there, he'd be a star. These are the same guys that do content and say that Shakur is not a star. Listen, Shakur was an Olympian, so he's already an international player. It's just that the YouTube boxing community is so trash. Basura. It's basura. Because like I said, it's just a bunch of fans. Most of the fans that sit online and talk for hours and hours about boxing and set up, gatherings on this, over line and online. Instead of setting up gatherings like, yo, let's all pitch in. Go in your pocket. Let's set up a trip. Let's go to Vegas for the fights. Do that. Really support. Put your money where your mouth is. But you guys don't do that. But great point that you brought up about Edgar not selling out the ballroom. Great point. Great point. So I just want to highlight that. How is the content looking now, right? How are we looking now? Source experience. We're getting into the motion in the backyard, man. I was going to call this the backyard, the backyardians. But I was like, you know what? Never mind. But I just had to, get to that, man. Now, if I do some edits and put some of this content out, I'm definitely going to shout out my man in Texas. I think he's down there in Houston. He does this sort of a look. He be in his front yard and all of that, and he does his video. So if I do the videos, brother, right, which I most likely will, I'm definitely going to shout you out because this is your look. I know my man in Texas. I can't think of his name right now, but he does the videos like this. So I'm definitely, I'm not like those guys. A lot of people, they'll run with your shit or copy you or try to emulate what you do and then act like they don't watch you or they ignore you. I don't do that. I don't operate like that. I definitely don't operate like that. But those are the two things that I really wanted to get out. This wasn't going to be one of those long, drawn out joints, man. Because like I said, it is beautiful, man. Please get outdoors, man. Enjoy the air. The air is great. The sun is out. Like I said, enjoy what you have if you have anything. If you don't have anything, I get it, man. Stay cooped up and, upset and mad and, do what you do, right? Do what you do, man. Do what you do. Yes, 2 Saturdays away, Malik, from some more boxing trash. But at least this time around, we don't have to pay. It's free. It's free. It's free recyclable day, May 31st. Free recyclable day, May 31st. The PBC is recycling some of their old champions. Jamal Charlo is fighting Cornflake when he really should have fought Caleb Plant. But hopefully, they're working on some things over there. They're working on some things, right? But yes, that is 2 Saturdays away. And then the good thing about that, while I will speak on that, is then the next Saturday we get to see the return of Keyshawn Davis. Anything else is uncivilized. Malik, who's he fighting? No disrespect to Cornflake, but the last time we seen Cornflake on that type of stage, Laura knocked him out in the first round, man. This is the quality of the PBC work. Hopefully y'all caught that sauce, right? He got knocked out in the first round by Laura, and now y'all bringing him back to fight Charlo, a much bigger, stronger fighter, right? He got knocked out by Laura at middleweight. Y'all remember that? Y'all don't, right? Look it up, man. But then they bringing him back at a higher weight class to fight a much bigger, stronger man. PBC work, man. PBC work, man. But yes, Keyshawn Davis right after that, great card. Shout out to Abdullah Mason. I told you 15 racks, man. If you guys are looking for, to get your patch on, Abdullah Mason, 15,000. He's the co-main event. I know that might be too much for some of y'all, but it might not be for some of y'all, right? Abdullah, Keyshawn, Troy Isley, Tiger Johnson, Calvin Davis is on that card, I believe. Keon too. All three of the Davis brothers. So Norfolk, man. So it's heating up again. 31st June, 7th. Is there another fight the 14th? I don't know. Then the following week, the 21st, Newark. You got Vito. You got yes, Africa. Correct. Thank you. I drew a blank. Africa is headlining the Hula Theater against George Kambosos. I think Africa is going to try to stop him. Hopefully he does, because that'll be a good statement for Africa. Being that Kambosos knocked off, he knocked off Teofimo Lopez, and Devin Haney won 12 with him twice. So if Africa can step on him, which I think he can, I think Africa can. Africa has the tools, right, to do it. Africa's a good fighter. I'm rooting for the knockout for him because I want Africa to make a statement. He's carrying the torch right now. So that'll be a big statement. But I think the real diamond in the rough in the 140 division is Gary Antoine Russell. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But hey, what do I know, man? What do I know? Yeah, that's far off though, man. Shakur and Edgar in July, that's way down the road, man. We got to make sure those guys make it to the finish line, man. Those not wishing nothing on none of those guys. That's far away, man. Shit happens. Fighters get hurt and injured and all of that. They got to get close to the finish line, man. Niggas get nipped up, man. If you know, you know, right? But how is the content looking now, man? How's the content looking now, man? Shout out to CW. Shout out to Tim Bradley too. Matter of fact, I might play a little bit of Tim's video because Tim is my guy. Tim's not gonna report me, right? These other guys, right? You use some of their content, man. These niggas is like, get money niggas too, right? They supposed to be get money niggas. They try to report your shit, man. Get money frauds is what they are, man. These guys are get money frauds, man. But let me play a little bit of Desert. Man, I got a little bit of time, man. Old Desi. That's old Desi, man. Desi be talking this shit, man. Play a little bit of Desi. But I'm telling you what he's doing. He's running the play, man. I talked to Bozy today, man. Bozy's my guy, man. I talked to Bozy today. Bozy's the OG, man. Bozy said something to me today, right? I'm not going to disclose it. We was talking about somebody. And I was like, Bozy made me laugh. And then I made him laugh, right? Because I was like, Bozy said something about somebody, right? And I was like, if you ain't spot on about that, man. Because I was like, I dealt with the same shit, right? I was like, these guys are WWF, man. I was like, don't let them trick you out your spot, man. I was like, just stay in position. These guys will trick you out your spot, man. Because there are a lot of these guys that you admire and fuck with, they're crash dummies and they're puppets and pawns, man. Put in position, man. But let me get over here to Timmy, right? It's cool when they do it, y'all, right? How's the content looking now? Here we go. Is this desert? This desert right here, y'all seeing that?
When y'all gonna learn?
Let's go, Timmy.
See, I think I like pissing off the boxing world. You know what? I do like pissing y'all off.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, Timmy trying to run with the sauce, man. Heard what he said, man? Yeah, you heard what he said? You think I like pissing off the boxing world, right? Nah, Timmy, just be in your bag, man. That's a little bit of the sauce in you, man. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Like you You are a Hall of Famer. You know what you're talking about, man. A lot of these guys that sit online don't know what the fuck they talking about.
I like pissing y'all off. When y'all gonna learn, man? I watch this stuff religiously. Every day I watch this stuff. I watch boxing every day.
Let me stop it, Tim. I gotta stop you, man. Everybody watches boxing every day. What you should have said right there, Tim, and you know better than this, is you should have said, yo, I have a better understanding. Because a lot of these guys sit online, I don't have time to keep fucking with them because they are jealous fans, they're haters, right? They watch boxing, like you said. That's all they do is watch it. Because if you really had a better understanding of it, you would be getting to your emotion, right? You would be getting to your emotion. You will be getting more involved, doing more. But you watch it is just watching it, right? But understanding it is learning and growing.
I don't know how many of y'all watch boxing every day. Y'all become fans of all these dudes. Who get name an elite fighter that Boots Ennis has fought and beat? I'll wait.
Now, I did my reaction to this, right? He's valid. He's valid, right? But until he knocks off guys, right? Stanionis, right? But now Stanionis isn't an elite fighter, but Stanionis was a champion. Now, that's why it's important for him and Brian Norman possibly to mix it up at some point in the future. Because they're always going to say this about Boots. But the question that I wanted to put out there is, it's not like Boots wasn't asking for these guys. Remember, he wanted to fight these guys, but he never got his opportunity. And Tim is going to talk about Tio fighting elite type of guys, Lomo and Josh Taylor, and doing the do, which he's correctly about, experience. But Jerome Boots Ennis also has that experience, man. And just like I highlighted, he just doesn't have it on the stage, the bright lights, but he has it. And he is much bigger. He is much bigger. I think he's faster than T.O. too. I think he's faster and stronger. And I think he will stop T.O., man. I think he will stop him. But I see what Timothy's doing, man. Because the Cameron Duncan connection. That is the Cameron Duncan connection. Because rest in peace to Cameron Duncan. Once upon a time, Jerome Boots Ennis was managed and moved by Cameron Duncan, just as Timothy Bradley was. But look it up for yourself, man. Look it up for yourself, man. But Timothy Bradley was spot on about the resume and experience. Jerome Ennis does not compare with the resume as far as the pros that he has fought.
I'll wait. Name an elite fighter that Boots has beaten. I see the talent. I see the ability. I see all of that y'all see. But name a guy. He don't have a guy on his resume. But you know who got a guys on their resume that were elite? Teofimo Lopez. You think I'm supporting this clown? I'm not supporting this clown. I'm trying to drop y'all some knowledge.
Oh, man. He said he's trying to drop y'all some knowledge and understanding, man. Tim, you're wasting your time, man. I'm about to stop it, man. You're wasting your time, man. Because the YTC consists of clowns, jealous fans, and wannabes, right? Guys be mad at the real players, man. You're a real player, Tim. YouTube boxing internet consists of player haters, fans that aren't real fans, man. They're jealous. Guys that just watch. They don't even understand what they're watching because they're programmed dummies. But you were spot on with the understanding of him, having a better experienced guys, elite guys. But I still don't think he does anything with Jerron Ennis, man. I still don't think he does, man. But hey, what do I know? This was the Backyard Chronicles, man. I'm gonna wrap it up, man. I'm not gonna stay on that long. I think I was on for half hour. Did I give you guys a half hour in the backyard? I think I at least gave y'all a half hour, right? Make sure. You know. Yeah, good. 35 minutes, man. 35 minutes is good enough, man. Right? How is the content looking now? Right? How are we looking? Source experience. 4 M's, media, marketing, management, merchandise, motion management, man. Serious inquiries only. Do us both a favor and don't compare us. You know, if they just sit online talking it, they not like us. They not like us, man. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Don't quit your day. Well, some of these guys probably don't even have a day job. But, you know, don't give up, man. You know? Don't give up. Maybe one day they'll start a No Jealous Fan Zone League, man. And, oh, no. Before I can't. I got one more. Damn, I almost forgot I'm hot right now. Hold on. Hold up. Let me find this one real quick. I got one more. This is the grand finale. I almost forgot. This one right here is a shot at the LDBC, aka the Wilder. This is the Wilder YouTube promotion scene, right? Yes, here it is. I found it. Oh, man. I almost forgot. God damn it. Get back over here to this. We need answers, man. This is why I try to tell you. These guys sit online, right? These old motionless-ass YouTubers, fake promotion, fake do all these things, right? For Wilder. Yo, the king, right? The king, right? LDBC promotion ass niggas, man. LDBC ass promotion ass niggas, man. You niggas is exposed too. Almost forgot. Goddamn, y'all look, man. Hey, almost forgot, man. Well, let me get over here, man. I almost forgot. Damn, that would have. If I would have left without doing this one, damn. Almost forgot, man. Shout out to Nelson Lopez Jr. right here, right? You know, Wilder's fighting again, man. Wilder is fighting again, man. You see this guy right here, Nelson Lopez right here? Wilder is fighting again, right? Why isn't the LDBC promotion? Calm down. Why isn't the LDBC promotions and 7-8 and the rest of these guys that do all these things in boxing holding it down? You hear the squad over there, man. Why aren't they holding this down, man?
Yeah. Why did you choose Deontay Wilder?
Why did I choose Deontay Wilder? I think it was more of I've always been in the boxing industry. I've always been like a facilitator. I've always been someone to solve a problem or fill a gap, and I was approached pretty much on filling that gap. You know, you have a
wait. Hold up, man. Wait. He said that he was a facilitator and he was approached. So they approached you. Why did they approach 7-8 and the guys over there? They do all this shit in boxing. They approached Nelson to set this Wilder joint up. But I'll let him drop his sauce, man.
Do you have a venue? Do you have an opponent? Do you have a production team? Do you have a state that we can go? And I just happen to have every request that they asked for. And it came to be like, hey, if I can provide all of those factors or those missing components to doing the next Deontay Wilder fight.
Wait. I gotta stop it again. So the The BLK Prime dude that's in the LDBC, all these other dudes that do all these things over there, they didn't have this infrastructure. Y'all following that? Or most likely not. Most likely not. Y'all not following that. But they didn't have none of that infrastructure. Nelson had to do all of this for Wilder. But I thought it was LDBC. The king. They hold down the king. But apparently they ain't holding down a goddamn thing. But go ahead, Nelson. Go ahead.
Can't Global Combat Collective do it? You know, why can't we do it? And that's how we came about. You know, we facilitated the investment to secure Deontay, the venue, the production, the distribution, and the opponents. And here we are now doing a Deontay Wilder fight in Wichita, Kansas.
Shout out to Wilder. Wichita, Kansas, June 27th. I just wanted to put that out there. He's back. Wichita, Kansas, June 27th. It was supposed to be BLK Prime, but, you know, that fell through in Atlanta. But he's coming back June 27th, Wichita, Kansas. How is the content looking now? Once again, great work by Nelson, facilitating this, putting this together. Once again, it wasn't the guys that gave him the award in the alley and Boys in the Hood. They gave him the award. They gave him the award over there. But yes, how is the content looking now? Come on, Brownie. Come close this out, Brownie. Come close this out. Yes, my big dog. Here he is. Big Brownie, man. Closing this out, man. But this, oh, Daffy too. Yes. This is the Source Experience. The news by Shad News. You know, media, marketing, management, merchandise. You know, serious inquiries only, man. We don't play those games, man. We don't play those games, man. We don't play that. We don't play that. We don't play that. We don't play that. Yes, the gang, right? I am not gang. Well, look, I am not gang, right? I am not gang. Thank you, Brownie. Thank you so much. Appreciate you there, fella. Thank you so much. Good looking, Brownie. Thank you. Nice. 1, 2. Bring him back to the castle. Back to the castle. Yep. Move around. Yep. 1, 2. Back to the castle. Yeah. Work. Bring him back up. You gotta bring your hands back up, though.
This is your boy Jamel Superfire Herring, and I'm with the best in the world, the best from Long Island, the Sauce Talk Podcast. Hey, we doing big things. Shout out to everybody out there in LI as well. Superfire, salute.
Yes, you know the vibe.
Hey guys, this is Tiana Tuimuhela. I'm a top-ranked knockout, and I want to give a shout-out to Sauce Talk Podcast.
Thank you. You know the vibes. Yes, this is the Sauce Talk with Keyshawn Davis.
The Sauce Talk, okay.
First off,